Alright, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Alma One coming to just a quick video. Lord willing, it's edifying and to the point. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to those who like men that scattered abroad, pushing this truth without sincerity. And also shalom to your very few sincere sisters that's taking heed and getting in order in these last days. Right? And really, the hot topic, it's a lot of topics, but you know, one of the hot topics for this week is definitely for you sisters, right? Or for you FeFails, right? Because the sisters are doing what they're supposed to be doing, to the best of their ability. But we're seeing this is what happens when you trust in the shadow of Egypt, and it's a lot of videos, you know what I'm saying? You got bitches out here talking they ready to sell some cat, because of the food stamps. You got some old FeFails talking about going to steal, in an uproar spirit because the food stamps ain't working. But this is what happens when you want to trust in oppression. You want to trust in this system. Now you're looking confused. Now you're looking like, damn, who the hell? Who can you run to? And just being real, a lot of these females is really trying to come back home. Which a lot of them will get denied. But this is what happens, right? So I just play the clip first, right? And the beloved bro, y'all what's up, had sent it to me, right? And I was like, yeah, I could just go ahead and drop out, a couple of scripts to that, because it's to the point, because here you have it, these women have pretty much wrecking so many houses, all because they want to so-called be on their own and holler out, I'm independent, I don't need a man. The whole time you still have to go to a man to get those benefits. It's real confusion, right, on how they think. So now that this thing has hit the fan, right, November 1st, a lot of women will not have food stamps. Hey, they looking sick, they looking cooked, right? So let me play this clip right quick.
You sitting there laughing because they cut off the fucking link. Why would you be laughing? You know that's how me and my kids eat.
No more link for you.
You hate me that much that you gonna laugh that the link got cut off, G?
You talking about ain't no wick, no link, no nothing. How you gonna eat now?
And I'll just post this clip itself on my page as well, just in case bro may want to use it. But I'm gonna just go ahead and talk through this one because what she said was you're gonna laugh that my wick got cut off, the link got cut off, right? Through the spirit, right? I'm speaking from us prophets point. We out here warning these women each and every day, to tap back into your Habashim Yasha, come into your power. So in the book of Proverbs 1, which I will grab, it said we're gonna laugh at you, because the ex look like he ain't gonna be in no better situation as well. But hey, that's gonna be us in that real soon. Hell, right now, we ready for November 1st to get here. We ready for the week after. That's what I'm ready for. I'm ready to see what this shit looking like after. I was joking earlier, and I had put on one of my accounts, and I was like, I'm pretty sure y'all seen the movie Set It Off. A lot of these bitches finna be out here. Hey, I'm in the bind, Nate. They ready to put that thing up there for some food stamps, man. Right, for some food to feed them kids. Right. And I didn't get to read it. It says, my WIC link got turned off by the government and I had to call my ex to get formula and groceries for his kids, and he was already throwing it in my face. What you thought was going to happen? You probably ran that man off, took the kids with you. Now Trump, your daddy, he disowning you. Now you got to go back to this man.
Hey, your kids gonna eat now.
But why is it funny? What did I do to you for you to be laughing?
You need me now.
I don't need you. I'm asking you to come through for your kids. Every time this is exactly why I'm so mad that it shut down.
See, there you go. Now I'm telling you to come through for your kids. And hey, let's be real, man. A lot of these dudes be trying to goddamn give bread and do something for the kids. Don't get me wrong, you got a few crazy ass, man, that's not on that. But for the most part, man, that do not be the situation, man. These men be trying to goddamn be in the child life. But hey, one wanted so be a independent, Miss Independent, and don't need no man, they block them out. Now Trump has blocked your ass out. Now you want to run back, right? Hey, that's why the Lord say, hey, she is that my enemy gonna see it, man. She ain't gonna cover her. And this just the rough draft. This ain't even the goddamn real deal.
Because if it didn't shut down, I wouldn't be able to ask you for shit.
Me.
Bro, I don't need you for nothing. I don't need you for nothing.
You need me.
No, I don't.
You need me.
You think I need
Yes,
you.
do. Nah.
But your kids need you. You worry about the wrong person needing you. Just chill. Okay, what about your kids? What about your kids?
Your ass getting kicked off Section
What about
8
your
next.
fucking kids, though?
After this, your ass getting kicked off Section 8 next. You don't have nowhere to stay. You're gonna be begging me for a place to stay. It's some food.
That's what you want. You want me to beg you. You want me to need you. But your fucking kids need you. You're missing the fucking point. You're thinking about me so hard.
True, man. He said he gonna be begging. Hey, that's. I mean, I just go grab it right quick. You know, because like I said, I'm not speaking from no nigga standpoint. I'm speaking from, from the prophet standpoint, right? Because hey, best believe, you know, brothers that had wives, you know, within this truth, you know, and they want to leave and walk out. Best believe they're gonna be trying to bust that U-turn. They're gonna be begging, you know, and like I said, she's my enemy shall see it. She ain't gonna cover her that, cause look, they not winning no more. The teats is not teating no more, as they would say, you know, they ain't winning. Right, let me bring this out right quick. It's Isaiah 4:1 in the NLT, right, and then you could definitely read inside the AMP, right. But this is, in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name, so we won't be mocked as old maids. And the point is, they're gonna be in a begging estate, right, for protection, right. They're gonna do whatever, right. He said they're gonna provide our own food and clothing. Hey, they gonna do whatever it takes to be inside that man's good gracious, be in that man's arm, be up under his hedge of protection. You know, no matter how many wives he have in that day, right. And you can see it now. You know, you can see that happening right now. And that just Jacob Trouble ain't even popped off yet, like full-fledged. And hey, them stamps done got cut off. The link done got cut off. They gonna go humble down, like, oh shit, fuck it, I'm all goddamn, you know, be in a household with this man and his 2 girls, his 2 wives. You know, it's gonna get like that. It's gonna get worse than that. You know, but that's just the point on that. But excuse me. Let me play the last little bit of it. I lost my train of thought. And I really believe it could be a skit, you know, to give me that vibe. But it's just the point though, like the scenarios is true.
You want me to beg you. You want me to need you. But your fucking kids need you. You're missing the fucking point. You're thinking about me.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Now she wanted to say that your kids need you, you know. But let me hit this back in the book of Isaiah 30, right? Because, hey, man, like I say, you women are in the hot seat. This is Isaiah 30, verse 1. It says, woe to rebellious children. Let me see what battery life I got. So, like, let me catch this charger. This is Isaiah 30, verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with their covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right? Because what you're supposed to be doing is getting up under Yahweh Shema Shai's protection. You know, seeking after his counsel, because his counsel will make sure that we are, you know, good inside these last days, right? Going to what the time of Jacob's trouble, right? Jeremiah 30:7, right? But if you go in the opposite way, right, going the ways of the world, right, you just only you're cutting that rope short, right, to get you to the Lord, man. You know. Verse 2, that walked to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? Verse 3 to point. It said, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion, right? Which is America. America's that shadow of Egypt. Right, so now these women gonna be now they confused, don't know where to go, they fumbling, and they don't know what to do. You know, and it can get funny each and every day, honestly, in my opinion. Isaiah real heavy. Let me hit that inside Isaiah 32, right? Because as you can see, the teats of the field, you know, everything is closing up for these females, man. Right, because they don't see the NWO that's coming down the pipeline. They don't see the food famine that's coming. Right, Salakia. Right, you also had Keisha talking about, you know, well, I had the video on that last night, but yeah, Keisha a picture, and she had like all these damn meats in her bag, and the bitch was stealing it. You know. Right, because America has pretty much pampered these females, you know, and now what? Esau done pulled that rug from up under their feet. You know, now they're around that bitch looking simple. Right, Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right, because the women are careless. They are at ease. They don't see what's coming next. Right, and he said, give ear unto my speech, right? And the Lord speaks through his servant, the prophets, man. You know, women quick to say, oh, y'all hate women. Y'all just want to get on women and talk. Man, we trying to help your silly ass, man. Trying to show you which way to go. You know? Excuse me. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled. Right? And I love that NLT version. It says, in a short time, just a little more than a year, you careless ones, will you suddenly begin to care? Now you want to listen. It says, for the fruit crops will fail, and the harvest will never take place. See, and this is what we're seeing right now. Things are drying out in Egypt, right? America. You know, you just had the Amazon attack. You know, you women is the one that use that Amazon shit more than anybody. You know, but it says the venture shall fail, right? We're seeing what suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. We're starting to see that. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Right, your ass supposed to be in a state of mourning right now. Right, but hey, pride go before destruction, man. The Holy Spirit before a fall. Since you don't want to get down with the program, right, the Lord's gonna make sure he just puts you down. You know, it says verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, right? And they're begging. You know, these women are all over the ground, social media, just crying because they don't have they 5,000 for food stamps. Right, they can't talk no shit to their baby daddy no more. You know, they can't pop their shit no more, man. Right, the system was like a breast to y'all. Milk, y'all was getting feeded, nurtured by it. Now trying to pull y'all off the titty. Y'all don't know what to do. Excuse me. Right, let me hit this Micah 7:10 right quick to make this Proverbs 1, and that'll be the lesson. Right, this is the book of Micah 7 verse 10. It said, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Right, and this is where it's finna go downhill for a lot of these females, man. Finna go down. Scripture says in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and 5, you know, evil and only evil beholders come. It says, I'll start from the top. And she that is my enemy shall see it. Right, it's gonna be plain and visible that the Lord's not fucking with y'all, man. Right, it says, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Right, gonna be just walked all over, man, not even cared for. You know, because scripture talk about how the Lord, you know, reached out his hand to you. You know, Now all of a sudden you going through pure hell. Now you want to seek the Lord. It don't work like that, man. You gotta stand on that. Right, it's the book of Proverbs 1, and I think I started like 23. And I started at 24. Because I have called and ye refuse. Matter of fact, I started at 23. Turn you at my reproof, right? The correction, right? We telling you each and every, like I said, each and every lesson, Howards and Hedges, right? You telling America's finna fall. It's finna collapse in. Right? We talk about how the average age of an empire before it collapsed. And we telling you where we at. You're using the discernment, man. Right? Linking things up with the scriptures, linking things up with the history. Right? This place is over with. It says, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Right? Because look, hey, you have a couple of sincere sisters, right? Hey, they humbled down and they listen to the reproof, you know, and things to make them more sense to them as the days go by. Right? It's verse 24. It says, because I have called and ye refused, Slakia, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right? And who does the Lord use to stretch out his hand? He stretched out his hand through us. Right? But hey, these FeFails, they don't regard, they don't believe that a famine of fools will come. You know, like, you know, I say personally, you know, hey, these women are damn, their pride is up there with Esau's pride. They can't see. Right? But it says the haughty spirit before a fall, man. It says, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right? But ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. Right? Mocking and scoffing at what, you know, the prophecy was going to happen. Oh, it ain't going to happen in my lifetime. Right? Excuse me. Laughing because this man on child support. Laughing because this man didn't, you know what I'm saying, dudes that went to jail behind, you know, cause they just causing all kind of just ruckus, man. You know? Don't want to put down the goddamn the pork, oysters, especially that goddamn crabs. You know? Just being a straight demon out here. Right? But it says, verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Let's get that inside the NLT. It says, so I will laugh when you are in trouble. I will mock you when disaster overtakes you. And that's the type of, this is where we at right now. So when Jake was laughing at his ex, right? She's like, you just want to laugh at me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because her link got cut off. Hey, well, hey, you was the big bad wolf, you know what I'm saying? You was the big bad one. You couldn't tell you nothing, you know? Speaking from the prophet standpoint, we've been telling you women, hey, this man finna cut y'all off, man. Once the damage is done, you know, he gonna leave, man. That's just like sin. Once it makes you sin, shit, it leave. It did its work, just like how it was in the garden. Shit, all right, I'm finna make Eve go off. And she did it once again. Right? But it says, I will laugh when you are in trouble. Right? I will laugh when you are in trouble. I will mock when your disaster overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm. When disaster engulfs you like a cyclone, and anguish and distress overwhelm you. See? It says when they cry for help, I will not answer. See? Because think about it. You got to read what you sow. Right? Galatians, the 6th chapter, I think the 7th verse. You know, you got to read what you sow, man. Right? What you dished out, what you got to get in return. You know, you didn't need no man, or let's see how far you can not depend on no man. You know, and Trump is definitely making sure y'all women stand on that, taking away the Section 8, or all of these benefits, man. Right, but I'm gonna just close out with that. Like I said, this was something quick. I just seen that video and I had just a couple of scriptures in mind, you know. But yeah, y'all women are definitely the hot topic of the week, man. For a little minute. Right, but so Lord willing, that's some edifying. I'm gonna give out honor, glory, and praise to you. How about you, man? Shalom.